Recreational cannabis just became legal in Illinois, but advocates say immigrants should stay away.
People are going to say it's legal, so yes, it's fine. Like I used or I possessed, and then they can be detained, they can be deported.
They worry the new law could become a trap for uninformed non-citizens, whether they're long-time green card holders or undocumented. Illinois is the 11th state to legalize recreational pot, but it remains illegal at the federal level. That's why using it, or just being employed in the weed industry, can trigger detention, deportation, and visa denials. And on top of that, immigrants may not be aware that since possession is federally illegal, owning up to it could have the same serious consequences as any other drug crime. For example, immigrants in removal proceedings who admit to possessing cannabis in the past can be subject to mandatory detention.
Calls are subject to monitoring and recording.
I couldn't believe it's not the immigration, just for a simple possession of marijuana.
That's one of the reasons Jesus Lopez Gutierrez has been detained by ICE for 7 months. The undocumented man was arrested in Iowa for possession of cannabis for personal use and was swiftly transferred to ICE custody, even though the initial charges were dropped. An immigration judge denied his request for a bond on the grounds that he had admitted to cannabis possession. His lawyer argues that his mandatory detention is invalid because the immigration judge did not properly inform his client of his rights during the bond hearing.
They knew what was the charge. They still asked me if I possessed it, and I admitted. Because I was nervous. I was like, should I lie? Should I say the truth? I said the truth, Just for that, I was an extreme danger to society,
Just be very careful and aware.
Advocates are also raising the alarm about how the state's initiative to expunge some past cannabis arrests and convictions could backfire for immigrants. That's because the erased convictions will still show up on immigrants' records when they apply for citizenship or other benefits.
On the application, it asks, have you ever been convicted of a crime? For all other purposes, they don't have to disclose that, but for immigration, they do. And so that's something that the federal government can say you're committing fraud or you're not telling the full truth.
To reduce risks, immigrant rights groups are calling for statewide initiatives to educate immigrants.
For example, for owning a dispensary or things like that, people are going to have to apply for licensing through the state. The state can give advisals to say, if you're not a citizen or you have people in your household who are not citizens, you may want to consult with an immigration lawyer or, with a trusted resource.
A spokesperson for Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker told Newsy that the administration is meeting with stakeholders to ensure advocates are getting the education they need and can share that information with communities around the state. So for now, it's up to advocates to inform as many immigrants as possible.
So basically we're just pretending, right? Like if you're at the airport coming in and the immigration official asks, have you ever used marijuana? What are you going to say?
I can't answer that question.
If I detain you.
Detain me? I know I have a right to an attorney.